So I promised a dribble tutorial last video if the video got 10 likes, and yeah, it did, in like not even a day. So as promised, we're gonna be doing a dribble tutorial, and I'm not gonna, do any other goofy. I'm just gonna get right into it. So the first thing you wanna, this is the wrong thing, hold on. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into your controller settings and you want to make sure that your pro stick orientation is an absolute and your pro stick function is on default. This basically makes it so that the way you flick your sticks is always going to be the same. It is not going to be relative to where your character is looking or facing, and it just makes dribbling easier. Next up is Dribble Sigs. This is on my 6'7". That's what I'm going to be doing this on, but you can use, I'm going to be telling you like all the good ones for any height. So for 6'7", or just anything, the best dribble style is going to be Michael Jordan, but if you can't get the 75 speed with ball requirement, then Gabby Williams is your second best bet. It's pretty much the exact same. I don't think there's any difference except for maybe Michael Jordan's a little bit faster, but other than that, they're pretty similar. And for all you that's above 6'10", you either want to go with Pro or Joel Embiid. Up to you. For Sig size ups, you want to go with De'Aaron Fox for the combo potential, and Tracy McGrady if you're a guard. You want to go for speed boosts. And if you're above 6'10", then Giannis is probably your best bet to go with. He has a pretty good speed boost, and other than that, everything else is pretty useless. I mean, Kevin Durant, I tried, it's not really that good. Size up escape packages, there are a lot to choose from. If you want to go comp Kevin Durant, that step back is just on some demon time stuff. And other than that, LeBron for the AI, and Damian Lillard is like LeBron but like better. I use Zach LaVine because I like the step back better, and he also has some good crosses and such. And Stephen Curry is a good one, and so is Trae Young if you're going for that guard stuff. But other than that, these are what you want to use. For crossovers, Russell Westbrook is the best, and LeBron James is like Russell Westbrook's, but just a little bit slower. I also like normal. Normal gives you that nice little, wait, let's see if it shows it. That one right there, that cross, I don't know, I like that cross. It's kind of a niche thing, but honestly, these two are the best. Behind the backs are probably the most important because there are a lot of them that are really bad and a lot of them that are really good. Or wait, no, there's a lot of them that are bad and not very many that are good. The two best are going to be James Harden and Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is very good, but it does have one drawback, and that's the fact that the Nutmeg is a little bit harder to do with this on, which I'll explain that later. The Nutmeg's a move, by the way. And James Harden is like, I like it. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't give you space really. But other than that, it's really good. Also, if you're above 6'10", or like you're 6'10" and above, you're big, and you're dribbling. Pro is good, and so is Scottie Pippen. It's up to you. I use Pro, but Scottie's good as well. And also, don't use Allen Iverson. For moving spins, Basic is gonna be your best bet. Basic gives you that nice little spin back that's easy to combo. It's honestly the best move in this game. Steve Nash I like because it gives you this move right there. That's like the 2K19 spin back. But yeah, honestly, Basic is just the best. You just want to go Basic. You can get it on literally any build, any height, any ball handle. It doesn't matter. There are literally no requirements. For moving hezzies, they're not really that important. I use Zach LaVine's because it's not really that slow, and it just lets you go, and it can also be comboed very well. But you can use pretty much whatever moving hezzy you want. And for moving step backs, the best is going to be Luka. It gives you that nice little, that move right there. It basically is just really easy to combo into, and it also sets your feet so you can shoot out of it, so it's the best one. And that's pretty much everything you need for playmaking moves. The only other thing that I can say is for hop jumpers, if you're a guard, you can rock, where is it? Kyle Lowry. This basically gives you that Chad slide move, whatever it's called. I don't use it. I don't play on guards, but I've seen people use it, and it sends you really far back. Yeah, honestly, if you want the Chad slide, you need to do Kyle Lowry hop jumper. I don't know how to activate it, and I'm not going to be talking about it in this video because I don't play on guards, but just in case you were wondering, that's the move you need to do it. Once again, this is going to be what I'm going to be rocking for this video. I'm not going to be changing these at all throughout the entire thing, so copy these down and let's actually get into where you want to practice dribbling. So for me, there's really only 3 places that's good to dribble. Ball machine is pretty good. Shoot around is I don't really like shoot around, but ball machine's pretty good. My favorite, which I'm going to be doing in this video, is personal workout. Just invite some random person to your team and then put yourself on offense and them on defense. And the final place, if you have a pro-am team, you can dribble it in the pro-am thing. Personally, I don't really like it, but it's to each their own. So let's hop into the actual personal workout. So now that I'm actually in the personal workout, the reason that I like it best is because there is no stamina. You can basically you can spam dribble moves and you will never run out of stamina. So it helps you be able to not have to wait for your stamina to come back. You can just, keep going and going until you actually learn to move. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be explaining the move and explaining how I do it, and then I'm going to show the hand cam of me actually doing it. I tried to get it to where it would actually show it with it, but whenever I have my hand cam on and I go to switch it to my my monitor to my PlayStation, the hand cam doesn't respond. I'm sorry that I had to do it this way. This is the only way that I can do it, but if you're still cool with that, then let's actually get into the first few moves. So the first move, this one's pretty simple. It's the spin back, the basic spin back, and it looks like this. This is pretty much like your bread and butter almost, and it can be done out of a lot of moves. It can be done out of behind the backs. It can be done out of pretty much anything. Hezzies. Can be done out of relatively any move. Yeah, this move is very, very easy to do. Basically, we're going to start with the ball in your right hand. All you're going to want to do is go from basically treating your right stick as a clock. You're going to go from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And for the left hand, go from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Now this move can also be done in a bunch of different ways. You can also spam it, which I'm not very good at doing. You basically have to start your your spin back at an angle, which if I can, yeah, see, it's really hard to do. The way that I like to get it started is by doing a nutmeg, but the nutmeg is another move that I'm gonna have to explain a little later, and it's a lot harder to do than the spin back, so I'm just gonna forget about that for now. Yeah, other than that, besides simple stuff like doing behind the backs, which all you gotta do is just flick your right stick to the bottom left, this move can be done really easily, and it can be comboed out of a lot. But now we're actually gonna talk about how to continue that into what I like to call glitch half spin. I'm gonna call it. I don't really know what others call it, but I'm just gonna call it the glitch half spin, and it looks like this. Basically, that move right there is the glitch half spin. It can be done by basically going backwards and doing the same motion for spin back. So basically from 6 to... Wait, no. Basically from 3 to 6, same as you would do the spin back. And basically you would do the same thing. So if it's in your left hand, 3 to 6, 3 to 6. Oh, whoops. Hold on. There we go. So it's basically the same thing. So you go 3 to 6, and then 3 to 6 again. I'm trying to do it slow so that way I can actually do it, but it's really hard for me to do it out of just moving. If that makes sense. Yeah, I can't really get it to work. I can only really get it to work out of doing it out of a move. So doing it with a hezzy. I don't know. Yeah, this move is really good to be able to just stop yourself, so you can kind of wait and do it and then continue. But yeah, other than that, that move is not hard to do, and this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to talk about actually continuing that move into another move, and basically what that looks like would be something like this. Something like that. You can see that you can continue it into another move and then spin back again. And basically all I'm doing is, for example, I'm going to go like this and this. And then when I stop like that, I'm basically bringing my left stick to top left like that. And it does this little cross between the legs sort of thing. And you can basically move out of that. So I'm going to show it again. Boom, 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 boom. The next move that I want to talk about, which is probably one of my favorite moves, is this little snatchback, which looks like this. Boom. You can just basically spam this up and down the court. This move is really easy. You do need to be holding R2 to do it. So you need to hold turbo basically, and all I'm doing is flicking my right stick top middle, and then immediately after doing that, holding down on my left stick. And there's a move that I also like to do out of it, and I don't really know what to call it. I just call it a glitch cross, which looks like this. So basically, you can start that just by holding R2 and flicking your thing, your right stick top middle. Yeah, sorry if I'm like really struggling to describe this. I'm not very good at describing things. And you can basically do a snatchback out of this. It's pretty easy. I will say this though, that move, people can easily just steal like that. That move can easily be bumped off of. So like when you do it, you almost have to immediately snatch back out of it unless you want to be ripped. Yeah, it's always the same. It's always top middle. You don't need to do anything with the left stick to do this move. Next move that I want to talk about, this is something that I don't ever see anyone do, which this is the way that I like to start combos, and I don't know what to really call it. I just call it a glitchy behind the back, and I just call it that because it's the way you start it. Yeah, this move, I don't know what really to call it. I just call it a free point move because like if you want any move that's just like a free point, it's literally just this move right here. And I know that may look very simple, but all I'm doing is just holding R2, running to the right, and then holding my left stick bottom left. Basically looks like this. Well, not bottom left, like more like left middle, like that, and then I behind the back out of it. And the reason I call this a free point move is because it literally works on everything. Just shoot. But obviously it's not going to work on AI because AIs are related to Kawhi Leonard for some odd reason. Yeah, the reason I like this move is because you can just go ahead and drive and then get an easy drive, or you can spin back out of it and get an easy 3-point. And if you get an easy 3-point, you can easily drive again if they play you up. It's kind of like a move like the MJ Hezi, like you can easily just spam it and you can just win the entire game. But it takes a little bit more skill than just doing that. Yeah, other than that, this is what it looks like on the screen. So now we're gonna start to get into like more of the complex stuff, and the first thing that's one of the complex moves is the Nutmeg. And it looks like this. Now this move is one of the moves that, depending on your behind the back, can be really easy to do or really hard to do. For example, if you have the Damian Lillard behind the back, which I have, it is almost impossible to do it going up the court. Like I can never get it to activate going up the court. He will always do this double cross, or he'll do a behind the back like that. Yeah, see, I don't know, it's impossible to do, but if you have on James Harden behind the back, you can do it pretty much up the court however you want. However, if you don't, you kind of basically you got to do it out of a move, and the way that I like to do that is just by hezzying and then, you know, basically just doing that. But I'm gonna teach you the move without doing the hezzy and with the hezzy. So I'm gonna start with the hezzy because it's one that I can actually do and show you. But basically all I'm doing to do the hezzy is when I'm running up the court, I just flick my right stick to the right. It's pretty simple. And then to do the nutmeg, we're going to start with the right hand. All I'm doing is I move my right stick to the bottom left, basically to where you would do a behind the back, and then immediately flicking top middle. Like I'm talking like really fast, so like You don't need to do it OD fast, but do it pretty fast. Like, you can't do it like really slow, or else it's gonna like not work. Obviously with the hesi it can be done very slow, but same thing with the left hand. Yeah. Now the next move that I want to do, teach you is the, I don't know what to call it. I just call it the hesitation sham god, because it's basically just a hesitation sham god. And this move is also very easy. So basically you want to start off by doing a hesitation, like how you would do by flicking your right stick to the right. And then immediately flicking it top middle. So sort of like how you would do the nutmeg by going bottom left to top middle, you would go middle right to top middle. It looks like this. Whoops. Now that movement on its own can actually be done like sort of at an angle, and you can start a spin back out of it. So if you want, you can easily spin back out of it. But the way that I like to combo it is with the nutmeg. And now the reason that I like to combo with the nutmeg is because something I didn't talk about with the nutmeg is it can be done going pretty much at any angle. You can go in a circle with it pretty much, and you can even Luca out of it. Which I don't think I explained how to do the Luca. Pretty much to do the Luca, all you gotta do is just flick your your right stick to bottom right, or no wait, you flick your right stick bottom middle. Sorry. So just boop, and you do Luca. And with the nutmeg, you can basically do that in a circle and then Luca out of it. Oops, I'm doing it too fast. Like that. Now I will say that you have to be really quick with your Luca, because if you wait too long, your character will do a weird, like not really, like it's sort of like a hesitation almost, not really the step back that you want, and you kind of have to be moving down for it to work. And it's really hard to do out of the hesitation sham god into the nutmeg, which is what I'm going to show now. So basically do hesitation sham god, and then immediately on the same side, so if you're doing the sham god on the right side of your controller, you're going to do the nutmeg on that side as well. So basically you would go bottom right, top middle. So it would go right middle, top middle, bottom right, top middle. It looks like this. Oh my god, I hate when I mess it up. Like that. And this move can be done again in a circle, so whoops. So the way that I like to do it is like starting it and then boop, like that. And it can be really good to get a 3 off, and most people won't expect you to immediately nutmeg out of that and go back to the 3. They usually think you're gonna drive with that move, so it's really good for getting a 3 off, and can also be really hard to bump if you're, you know, like starting to move. And another thing you can do is you can actually do a basic one sideways with this move. Which it's a little hard, but I'm gonna try and do it. I don't really do it very often, but again, basically like that, except you got to be moving straightly sideways. So basically like I don't know how to describe. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. I'm very bad at describing things. So basically when you do the hesitation sham god, you gotta do the basic one on the opposite side of the controller once you do it. So if you're doing the hesitation sham god and nutmeg on the right side, you do the basic one on the left side. It looks like this. And that's what happens when you move down. Hold on. Boom, boom. Yeah, you gotta be moving very sideways. It's not easy to do. It's why I don't really do it very often. Yeah, see, it's hard to do. I got it a few times earlier, but I'm just like, you know. Oh my gosh, bro. There we go. yeah, I don't really use it very often. I can never really find a use for it very, like, really, but if you want to incorporate it into your combos, feel free. So the next move I'm going to be teaching isn't really hard to do. It's actually very simple. I just call it the, I just call it like I don't even really know what to do. I just call it the spin glitch. Basically, it's just this. That move right there, and you can combo into spin backs or whatever you want to do. This move is really easy. All you got to do is do a misdirection behind the back, which basically, we're going to start with the right hand. You're going to have to hold turbo or R2. You're going to flick your right stick to the bottom left of your controller, like if you're doing behind the back. And then simultaneously, like right after you do it, you got to move your left stick to the side that you're going. So basically, I'm going to be going to the right. So, bottom right, left. And you can do it the same with the other way. And you can actually spam this move if you want. And even speed boost out of it if you want, like that. Well, I can't really speed boost because I don't have MJ Hezion. or MJ Dribble Stop, my bad. And then to get the spin, all you got to do is you just got to hold L2 after you do it. So boom, and I'm holding L2 now. Simple as that. Yeah, other than that, that's mostly all the dribble moves that I do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to explain. I don't think so. But if any time I post a video and you see a dribble move that you don't know like what it is and want me to explain it in the comments, then just leave a timestamp and ask me, hey, what's that dribble move? And I'll just let you know. Obviously, I'm sorry that if this isn't very like you know, descriptive. Like I know that I'm not very good at describing things. So sorry if this video is very hard to understand. I apologize. But again, if there's anything you don't understand, let me know in the comments down below and I will let you know. And obviously, thank you for watching. And if you could, like and subscribe, you know, it helps me out. Lets me know you're enjoying the content that I'm watching. Wait. Oh my god, you can really tell that I'm like slow in the head. It lets me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out. And, you know, just lets me know you're enjoying my content in general. But other than that, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Nomad Beats.